April in Switzerland and you're not sure how it's going to be, or you might even think that it's not a good time to travel? Well, then you're right in this video because I'm your Switzerland travel expert. My name is Jemo. I've been doing YouTube videos for 7 years, especially with a hard focus on traveling in Switzerland. This video I'm going to talk about weather, the greens and blossoms, the snow, the activities, the food, culture, and so on. So after watching this video to the end, you will definitely know all the important things for your upcoming trip to Switzerland during April. Now we get first started with the travel season. April is neither a peak nor a low season travel month, so there are not going to be too many people traveling around, which is really great. But you need to bear in mind, in Switzerland, usually spring holidays fall into April, and then there will be also the Easter weekend. So in general, it's not very busy, but you'll see some of the locals who will do excursions, going to lakes and so on. So it might be a little bit busier than in March, but it's not totally busy. Definitely far from being like in July and August. Now, you really need to be aware of the Easter weekend. So that's a long weekend from Good Friday to Easter Monday. We're off for 4 days. And many of the Swiss people, they're going to escape to Ticino, especially to experience spring over there. And with that, it's going to be extremely jammed at the Gotthard Tunnel. So here you can be stuck for about 2 to 8 hours. Well, maybe better take the train. Now let's talk about the weather. It's a little bit complicated because April is a really messy month. So you can have all kinds of weather in just one day. Not joking. So for example, the morning might be perfectly sunny, then suddenly it gets cloudy, a bit cooler, and then it will start to rain and it's even going to snow. And then suddenly everything stops as if nothing ever happened, and then you're going to experience a perfect sunset for the evening. Well, welcome to traveling around Switzerland during April. Regarding the temperature, it is really tricky. So it can be -7, -5, it can also be around 0 degrees, it can be around 10 to 15 degrees, or it can even be quite warm, 20 plus. So here it's really important to bring winter clothes, then also clothes for mild weather, t-shirt pullover, or then also somewhere you might even wear shorts when it's going to be 22 to 25 degrees. So what's really important, as the weather can change suddenly, always bring a pullover and a light rain jacket with you, because it is always a good idea to have more with you. Remember, you can always dress down, but you can never dress up. We continue with the attractions. So some of the things they're going to reopen again. So definitely there's more for you to do during April as compared during winter or March, but not everything is open yet. Most of the attractions, they're only going to be open again in May or even June. What is open are the caves and also the underground lake at Saint-Léonard. These things are not accessible during winter, but in April you can go there again. Then of course you can access pretty much all of the summits because they're open for all year. You can go to Mount Rigi with the train. You can also take the cabin up to Mount Pilatus. You can go up to Montfort and so on. So these things, they're definitely possible for you to do. However, what you cannot do, you cannot go up to the Roton. The train is not operating. You cannot hike because many of the trails, especially the ones that are higher up, they're not accessible yet. But of course, on the lower altitudes, I would say everything below 2,000 or 1,500 meters, these hiking trails, they're open again. What's also great, if you love traveling to Ticino, pretty much all of the grotti, they're opening up again. So these are those traditional restaurants in Ticino that are very popular, especially among us Swiss Germans. And here you can get great local food that is very specific to the canton of Ticino. Some of you might wonder now, what season is it actually? Is it spring or is it still winter? Well, my answer is it's kind of both. So officially it is spring already, but it really depends where you're going to in Switzerland. Down in the plains, it's going to be rather mild. You'll see many of the bushes and trees that are already blooming. But if you go higher up to the Alps, over there it's still winter. There's going to be a lot of snow. And what is really great about traveling in Switzerland during April is that you can switch between the seasons, winter and spring. So you can go to Ticino, it's going to be warm, you'll see many of the blossoms, and then in just 1 hour you can drive to Andermatt, then suddenly you'll see there's a lot of snow and you really feel like it's still winter. To my knowledge, I don't think there's any other month of the year where you can so easily switch between different seasons like in April. Talking about switching back to winter, up in the Alps there is usually going to be still a lot of snow. So when it comes to skiing, it is still possible. Usually the ski resorts, they're trying to prolong the season until end of April. It really depends on the snowfall. But I have to tell you here, skiing is usually not going to be the same as in January or February. So it's rather going to look something like this. There is enough of snow, but there are already a lot of pockets with grass. And also the snow, it is usually a little bit softer because it's rather warm. And that is actually going to stress your joints a little bit when you're going to ski. So here, better ski in the morning, because after 2 p.m. the snow is really going to be soft and it's not that great to ski anymore. Now let's talk about the very highlight, and these would be the blossoms. So there are two types of blossoms that are really important for April. First would be the cherry blossoms. In Switzerland we have two types. The Swiss cherry trees, they show white blossoms. Usually it happens in early April, around 5th to 15th of April. And then there are the Japanese pink cherry blossoms. They look especially beautiful. There are various spots around Switzerland where you can see them. But this spot here, that one is absolutely fantastic. It's a secret spot of mine. Now if you want to know where it is, here you can purchase my demographic map. It shows over 200 spots in all of Switzerland. It refers to my YouTube videos and Instagram posts. And what's great about the map, you just need to purchase it once, then it's all yours and it's going to be ongoingly updated. Please check the link in the comments or in the description. The wisteria, they look absolutely beautiful. So you'll see a lot of purple leaves. They're looking really, really nice. So there are basically great spots everywhere around Switzerland to see them, but especially beautiful it is definitely in Ticino, the villages of Marcotte, Garona or even Ascona. In the south of Switzerland, the blossoms, they're happening earlier. In the north of Switzerland, everything is going to start around 5 to 7 days later because of the mild climate. So if you miss the blossoms in the southern part of Switzerland, well, then you still might have a chance to see them around the 20th or 25th of April. It lasts for about 10 days. Besides the cherry blossoms and the wisteria, also important to mention for April would be the daffodils flowers and the magnolia. When it comes to the greens in April, everything is going to start to sprout, so you'll see gradually the landscape is going to look more and more green. But here it's really important, if April is quite cold, well then everything progresses slower and really everything is going to look lush green only in May. But if March and April they're already warm, then everything happens quite fast. But yeah, this is always a little bit of a lottery. Remember, blossoms come first and then the green leaves, they come later. And now we continue with the food. In April, many of the restaurants are already switching to the summer season. Going to have again a variety of salads, really nice. Then very important to mention here, it's going to be again asparagus season that starts around mid-April. In Switzerland we have one place which is very famous for asparagus, and that would be Flach in the canton of Zurich. In the restaurant Obermühle you can taste the finest white asparagus. Absolutely fantastic, really a secret tip for anybody who is not from the region. And then there's also rhubarb season. This is a vegetable that we consume as if it was a fruit. It's going to be usually used in various desserts. Regarding culture, a lot is happening during April. As I mentioned before, in April there's going to be Easter. That's when we celebrate the resurrection of Jesus Christ. Now there are two festivals which are big highlights. First of all, the Mendrisio Easter processions in Ticino. They're happening on Thursday and Friday just before Easter. On Thursday they will play the scene where Jesus Christ was arrested. There will be a big parade in the Old Town, and then on Friday there will be a morning parade. These processions, they're by the way UNESCO World Heritage. And then there is also the Sechseleuten Festival in Zurich that happens on every third Monday in April. There will be a big parade with many guilds marching through the old town of Zurich towards the Sechseleuten Square. Over there they're going to burn the snowman called Böck to chase the winter away. It's going to look very colorful, It's going to be also very crowded, but I can promise to you, because the processions are so big, you're definitely going to have a good spot with a great view. At the Sechsleuten Square, it's definitely going to be very packed, so most likely your view is going to look something like this. I was fortunate to film everything from close with my journalist card, so here it's going to look like that. If you're invited, looks absolutely beautiful, but I have to warn you, it's going to be very loud, so make sure to bring earplugs with you. It's going to be a lot of explosions. In the city of Zurich, you can enjoy the flower fountains. They're really beautifully decorated. You can see them only in the week before and after Easter. And on the last Sunday of April, there's the Appenzeller Landsgemeinde. Over there, you can experience the traditional voting culture of Switzerland. When it comes to the Passroads, many of them, they're still closed. So Forca, Susten and Nuffenen, these Passroads, they're not going to be accessible in April. But some of the Passroads like the Julia Pass, Brünig Pass, Col du Pion or Bernina Pass, they're going to be open during all year. The Julia and Bernina Pass, they usually still have a lot of snow. This is going to be really impressive. So mostly you'll have to do big loops to access various parts of Switzerland, but there are also car train tunnels that serve as a shortcut. You can take them at the Vereina, Autoverlad Forca or at the Lötschberg. If you do take these car train tunnels, usually it's going to cost around 30 to 35 Swiss francs per vehicle. And now the last, the waterfalls. So in April, the snow melt, it will set in, and that's going to feed many of the waterfalls. They're going to look very powerful, so it's definitely a great season for you to visit Switzerland. If you go to the Lauterbrunnen Valley, everything is starting to become again green. Then you'll see all of the waterfalls, they're going to be quite powerful. As you see, April is a really great month. Now if you want to know what are the top 10 things to do during spring, then I'm going to see you over there. Otherwise, if you're more interested in May, then let's meet in this video.